So every once in a while I get an obsession with a certain musical. Can you tell which musical it is? I couldn't tell you. I love my musicals. So, to put it in stone, I am a theater kid. I take drama classes. I love musicals. I love theater. I love not every musical, because this is my favorite musical. Is it perfect? No. I've seen Matilda more, but I love this musical so much more. Let me talk about this for a second. This is my thing. This is like my favorite musical ever, and I know I'm not the first person to say that, but I love gushing about it. I love listening to the music. I listen to it in my math class. I listen to it in all my classes. It's just something about it has some hypnotic tranquility to it that just drags you in and ties you around the waist and just I don't know. But today I'm going to be doing something a little different, and that is I'm going to be ranking all the songs. I have them all in a Spotify playlist, and I used the Phantom of the Opera at the Royal Albert Hall because it's my favorite, and I just love gushing about it. I don't know if I said this because I'd done multiple takes on this. My first phase 1, I thought that this was the best one. Phase 2, this was the best one, because this one didn't have the chandelier crash. Phase 3, I'm now on this one. This one's my thing. I love Ramin. But yeah, so let's just get straight into the rankings because there are 20 songs. So my least, and I don't think I'm going to be doing title cards because that's a lot, but my least favorite song is Notes/Prima Donna. Notes is a fine song, but it's as Nostalgia Critic describes it.
Oh god, is that one of those songs that's supposed to be funny because everybody talks really fast?
What?
Like the idea of people talking over each other isn't nearly as funny as you think it is, done! Okay.
Where is he?
Prima Donna is it's a nice sounding song, but it just doesn't fit with the tone, and considering this is a very gothic and dark musical, it just doesn't fit in there as well as it should, because it is for Carlotta, and she does have that moment, but since this is her moment, I just don't like listening to it. Then 19, Magical Lasso. I don't remember anything about this. If it's on there, it flies by because it's just a minute long. Yeah, and sometimes it depends on what version of what album you have, because there's one version of the album where like the movie album, the deluxe version, if there's a deluxe version, all the songs are separated, and sometimes they're condensed into one thing. But so this one is going to be slashes because there's a lot of slash numbers in this musical. But yeah, so Magical Lasso, it's fine. And then Poor Fool, He Makes Me Laugh. This one, I do like the context around it. If you're just listening to it, it's just an opera, but it's not an opera because it's in English. It's just fine. It's okay. I mean, there's not much to say about it, but it's in there because it's an opera inside an opera. But it's I don't know. It's just the one that happens. It's the one right before the big context of the second act, depending on what version you see. The staging I saw, I don't necessarily remember the first one, but the second one had this cool set design where it was like a curved set. The ballet was condensed, and there was a curve in here. I'll actually show a picture if I can find it. There was this curved set, and then there was the Phantom hanging the guy, but it showed it, but it kind of took away the mystery. I like the set design of that, but in earlier productions, I had the silhouette of the Phantom going out like that, and I just feel like that one fits better, it's fitting the ominous tone, and it doesn't completely give everything away, unlike that's what the movie does. But it's just the silhouette. It fits better, and it's nicer to look. It makes it much more unease considering the light music playing. It's definitely more 80s slasher movie. The earlier productions are more 80s slasher movie quality. In set design and acting. The Evil Laugh I think is but I don't like Evil Laugh. It kind of just takes away the darkness and deepness into it, and it shows oh, having a little fun. But yeah, it just... Then, I Remember Stranger Than You Dreamt It. This song, the first part, I feel like is kind of redundant because it's basically just Christine recounting everything around her, and she's walking around the Phantom's lair, basically going, there was a lake, the super in-depth description of a lake, then there was a bow, and there was a man on the bow, and he had this thing covering half his face. And then she goes on to the super soft number of, basically, to Angel of Music. I'll get to that when I get a little bit higher up. I think, yeah. So, and she takes off his face, and then the Phantom absolutely flips out, but no matter what version you see, it's never, like, straight up yelling. It's always like, damn you! And it doesn't fit in, because, like, Ramen Karimlu is like, no! Damn you! And it's just, it's super high pitch. It doesn't completely fit well.
No! Damn you! You little prime Pandora!
And then Gerard Butler's like, damn you!
Damn you!
His vocals are very stiff, and I don't like Michael Crawford because, like, damn you!
Damn you! You little prime Pandora!
And like, so when I get higher up, I'll talk about something that completely cements a Phantom for really anyone, and this is how you know it's either going to be a good Phantom or a bad Phantom. But like, I Remember Stranger Than You Dreamt It. His mood switch is interesting. I do like how they did something better in the movie. There's a part that's like, come, we must return. The two fools who run my theater will be missing you. It's like singing for no reason. In the movie, it's like, come, we must return. The two fools who run my theater will... It just fits it better, and I don't like the unnecessary, we'll be missing you. And they also do something like that during Masquerade. That's like, your soul, your chains are still mine. Your chains are still mine. You can never be free! Something like that. It's just like, why the singing there? It doesn't make any sense. Up next is Notes/Twisted Every Way. I do not like the Notes song. It's super, like, I don't want to say it's unnecessary, because it is, but it just is very, like, it slows down the pacing a lot, because it's, like, each Notes song is, like, 10 minutes. The first one, Notes/Prima Donna, which is my least favorite, is 13 minutes, in 25th anniversary. It's averages about 10 minutes, or 10 minutes to it, so it's just like, eh. And then, but I do like the ending of Twisted Every Way, which is the second half of the song, where Christine stands up to Carlotta, and then she, voices her fear and distaste, because she's being held as bait. But then, it is a little section that could be separated, like, once again, depending on what version. But at the end of this, it's Journey to the Cemetery, which I would put above a lot of these. There's a point where I wouldn't put it above, but it's a part of this, so that's why it's bumped it up. And then we have the Entr'acte Act 2, 6 months later. So, this one, I'll say for the first time here, then I'll, once we get to the higher up, then I'll go back to it. All the songs can weave into each other. Music of the Night and All I Ask of You can have merely seamless transitions. The Phantom of the Opera can be incorporated to almost any song. Like, you could, like, Point of No Return, Angel of Music and Music of the Night are, like, they can be thrown in, specifically Angel of Music. It is so much, like, it is in the musical so much that it's kind of overbearing, but it's not the most popular track, because why would it be? The Entr'acte, it's a super nice, upbeat portrayal, because, like, it's showing, it's the 25th anniversary, they call it the 6 months, Entr'acte Act 2, 6 months later, live at the Royal Albert Hall. What I like about that is that it's, like, super lighthearted and more upbeat, and easier to get, like, the overture is super, like, bam, 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 bam. It's super more, it's much more intense, whereas the Entr'acte is much lighter and more fun. Which I feel like is kind of the point, and it kind of moves it along. Then we have Think of Me. I'm not the biggest fan of this song, honestly. It's a song that Christine replaces Carlotta with after Carlotta flips out. But it's super hype, it's super, like, and it's just not, it's not easy to get through. It's just, like, throwing you in there, and it's a part of the opera. So I don't listen to it that much. That's all I have to say. Then Angel of Music, the first one. You finally get to hear the first slight bit of vocals of the Phantom with the brava, brava, that part. It's ominous, and it, like, the way I like how it's shot in the 25th anniversary, because, like, they always do this thing where the Phantom's there, it goes back, and it goes behind a bunch of pillars, and I really like that. I don't know if it's on YouTube, so I can save it and stuff, but, it's super, like, I have the DVD, but that's a big hassle, because the software I use, it doesn't work that well. So, but, like, it does do that a lot, and when they do it right, it looks really nice. Yeah, and then, but the Angel of Music song is fine. I mean, it kind of just, it gets left off abruptly. It does give some blatant exposition, but at least it's a nice sounding song that moves the time along. It's between, it is used in many contexts. It's either in the chapel, or it's either in the dressing room. We don't talk about that. I actually haven't seen Love Never Dies. I don't know when I'm going to watch it. Up next is Wishing You Were Somehow Here Again. So I used to not like this song. I used to think it was boring and slow and a painkiller. Not a painkiller, a pace killer. I almost fell asleep in the nice velvety seats at the Pantages during the song because it is not the best song of the musical, evidently, because it's low. But over time, I have gotten to love the song, specifically Sierra Boggess's rendition. It's just like, you grow to love it, you know? See, the thing is that you see the character's emotion. When I watched it in the movie, it was just like a crappy Hallmark music video from 2004, which is kind of what that was. I mean, it seemed more like a lot of the 2004 movies seemed like a music video, all tied in together, and it doesn't work that well. Whereas the musical itself is not a concert. It's flown in together smoothly, and it's fair. So then, Wishing You Were number 11 is the overture. It's nice to listen to. It also has Hannibal Rehearsal on it, which is actually pretty nice. It's a fun song to listen to. It's nice and cuddly. I didn't throw the prologue on here because there's only one kind of song aspect to it.
Your figurine of there. Will you still play when all the rest of us are dead?
But I mean, it'd probably go like below the entree act, honestly. It would actually, let's say I'll throw it above Magical Lasso because, like, it's whatever. Then we have Why Have You Brought Me Here? / Ral, I've Been There. These titles are ridiculous. And what I love about these titles is that they're reprises to songs, but they're not marked as that. They're marked as lyrics. And at least they don't do what the Muppets did and just throw pieces of dialogue in there and just put it in quotes. Because, you know, that's a song. Like, there's this 45 seconds, not even 40, there's 15-second thing. The Muppets, the 2011 movie soundtrack, that was like R-E-N-O, that spells Reno, that's the whole, it's a waste. They could have just, I don't know. So then, it's basically, the reason why it's so high up is because it transitions into All I Ask of You, but, right, there's this one rendition of Music of the Night that Christine sings, and it's beautiful. It's her basically recounting everything to Ral, and it's super nice, and it's just super smooth, and that's basically, you can describe all of the songs that are not with Carlotta, or the Andre, and then the other guy, the Frizzmop or something. Yeah, Frizzmop, let's go with that. I just like this song. Next up is All I Ask of You. From this point on, I am in love with all these songs. up. I love the song so much. I don't think that, like, it is saying, like, love me forever, but they just reunited. It's more of like a comfort call, because Christine doesn't really have a shoulder to cry on. And so, like, since this is her first, like, person that she can go on that can also be a significant other, it's nice to see that she has that, and she's appreciating it by saying, can you stay here like that? Well, Ral later puts her up for bait, but he does care about her in the end. He's not as much as a dirt bag as he was originally. Anyways, so number 8 is Masquerade / Why So Silent. I love Masquerade. It's super colorful and just... yeah. Why So Silent is also a good song. It's also... I just love how the Phantom is basically just party crashing. He's like, yo, perform this thing. That's definitely not fan fiction between me and Christine. It's just an opera. Yeah, I have to speed through this because my camera's blinking red, which means battery's dying. Then we have the Phantom of the Opera song itself. This song is alright. The synth is kind of out of date. I mean, it's just fine. But, yeah, I do love how if you have a really strong Phantom, it can sound really good. If you don't, it can sound really bad. Next, we have The Point of No Return. This was my favorite song for a while. Now, the reason why it got bumped all the way down to number 6 is because it doesn't flow well. It is super slow-paced, and it is not fun to listen to. It's nice to listen to, but it's not like one that... It goes from, if you're using the shuffle thing on Spotify, which I don't know why you would, you'd go from, the music of the night, the Masquerade thing, you go from it's just super slow, and it's, like, jarring, considering the pacing of the musical. But, I do like where the numbers where they're all shouting over each other. Like, not that, I feel like it kind of reminds me of Hereditary. If you know what I'm talking about, when, like, the chorus is all, like, super different notes, and it's all, it's just like that. Where the Phantom kind of crashes the rehearsal, jams on the keyboard. It's, not keyboard, the piano. I just like that. Then we have Little Lottie / the Mirror Angel of Music, which is just basically the Angel of Music reprise. I do like this number a lot, and I do like this is the Phantom's introduction, which is absolutely incredible. It's so jarring and jumping, which basically, and so, like, hulking over it, which is, like, it only can just go uphill or downhill, and it goes uphill, because it's kind of like The Sixth Sense, where once you realize the Phantom's real, like, The Sixth Sense, once the kid admits he sees dead people, M. Night Shyamalan has so much fun with that. Andrew Lloyd Webber, as I don't care how he is as a person, he probably sucks, but, like, J.K. Rowling, art from artist separation. But, he has so much fun with the Phantom. He becomes the character. He's the main character from this point onward. Not Christine, the Phantom. And you know if you're going to have a good Phantom by the strength of their insolent boy. It's like, if you have that, if it's strong and it's powerful, you're going to have a good Phantom. And if it's balanced, just those two words can completely build up and, like, astonish you, or completely bring this musical to flames. Then we have The Music of the Night, which is we have number 4, which is Music of the Night, which is, a great song. I do love this. Oh my god. Yeah, we have Music of the Night, which is number 4. It is a great song. It is the Phantom solo after... It's kind of like taking turns on singing, where you have Christine, belting the... that stuff. I can't hit those notes now. But Music of the Night, it's super soft and soothing, especially Ramin Karimlu's rendition. It is nice. It is so nice to listen to. And then number 3 is All I Ask of You reprise. I love this number so much. It is the Act 1 finale, and it has the Phantom at his most vulnerable and most powerful. He just overhears a conversation about the woman he loves is now in love with another guy. I mean, does the Phantom suck? Yeah. Is he a murderer? Yes. Is he technically criminal? Like, I mean, well, not a criminal, but he is a sex offender. But yeah, he does suck in every way, and I understand why she chose Raoul. What a Chad. But yeah, this just shows the Phantom, the first point at the Phantom having human emotion. Number 2 is Wandering Child / Bravo Bravo. It goes from this super haunting rendition, so it's like a wandering child. It's super haunting and light and airy. It's because that's where the higher Phantoms, that's where I'll admit Michael Crawford's Wandering Child, it fits. It is nice. Gerard Butler, Wandering Child. No. Ramin Karimloo is the best Phantom. That's a hill I'm willing to die on. But then it transitioned to Bravo Bravo, which is showing that Raoul's at the ready. He's ready. He's ready for the war that the Phantom declared. She goes to the graveyard after mourning her father. Then he pretends to be the soul of her father. It's like, he's just a gaslighter. And it's super interesting to watch. And, like, it shows his hypnotic spell is working on Christine. Then Raoul comes in and he starts singing. It's nice. It's so, like, just, like... It's like when your 2 people fight, you're staring at which one when they're yelling, but it's like... But it's 3 people, and it's all going over each other. And Raoul's completely singing different lyrics, and it's hilarious. But then it transitions into they're all at the ready. They have the whole frickin' army trying to kill this ghost. And then he shoots, but then there's the Phantom is like taunting him, seal my fate tonight. And then he's going around the theater going, he's here, I'm here, the Phantom. It's so, like, just, you know it's building up to something. Then my number 1 is a grand finale, Down Once More / Track Down This Murderer. This is my favorite song of the whole musical. It's 15 minutes long, depending on which rendition. It says it's 19 minutes long on the... Yeah, but it's like 6 minutes of clapping. I absolutely love this song. I know most of it by heart. And this is what I was talking about. The music can flow into each other so nicely and seamlessly that you don't even notice. Like... When you see this on stage, you not even paying attention to the fact that they just went from... It's like, he sang Point of No Return, she sang... Phantom sang Point of No Return, Christine sang Angel of Music, Raoul sang, I think, a mixture of All I Ask of You and Point of No Return. But then, like, he goes from this, like, whispery kind of voice to Music of the Night, and then this super taunting, the dun, 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 dun. It's just, everything, it works. And he sang the end of Music of the Night in the melody of All I Ask of You. So, it shows that all of it can meld together into one great thing, and I absolutely love this musical so much. And this is one, it doesn't matter about creator, you still should go see it. Like, it doesn't matter if J.K. Rowling is awful. She is. But the books are still amazing. Andrew Lloyd Webber has created some great stuff, but he's not a good person. So yeah, that's all I have to say. I love Phantom of the Opera. I'm a theater kid. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay gold, everyone.